This Memorial Day weekend, Americans are remembering those who made the ultimate sacrifice in defense of our country. WYMT's Dakota Makerist takes us to a ceremony in Breathitt County today where one family hopes we will never forget our fallen heroes.
What does Memorial Day mean to you? For one family at a Friday afternoon service in Jackson, it means remembering their son.
Just little things that he made us laugh. It could be a song of his that just, that brings back a good memory. He was always joking around, making people laugh.
Gold Star family Brian and Jamie Rauschenberger always had the memory of their son Ben close in their hearts.
I didn't think it would ever happen to us. It's just something that happened to other people, and then it hit home. Ben
was a Marine. He died in the line of duty back in 2013. He was only 25 years old, but they can find comfort in knowing.
While he was in combat in Afghanistan, he had a personal, direct confrontation by God, we will call it, and God spoke to him, and he gave his heart fully to God.
This Memorial Day, the family encourages all Americans to remember what the day is truly about, remembering those who gave the ultimate sacrifice.
I don't know where if that happens in the schools, it happens through the churches, wherever. As a nation, we need to see some patriotism come back, in my opinion.
God bless America.
In Breathitt County, Dakota Makerist, WYMT Mountain News.
Breathitt County Judge Executive Jeff Noble and City of Jackson Mayor Laura Thomas were there today. And tonight at 8 o'clock, a candlelight roll call will be held at Douthit Park in Jackson.
We've seen a touch of sunshine as we've gone through the day in some parts of the mountains. However, plenty of cloud cover continues to be with us, at least here in southeast Kentucky, as we join you once again from day 2 of the Kentucky Mountain Laurel Festival in downtown Pineville. In fact, let's go around the region. Let's head up to our north and east toward downtown Whitesburg, into the mid-60s right now. Plenty of clouds over downtown Whitesburg right now, and they're feeling the wind just like we're feeling the wind, with winds out of the west-northwest at 15 miles per hour. Out front of WYMT and Hazard, though, you see the rain we've had on the parking lot so far, but blue sky trying to return as we move some of those showers on out of the region. Anywhere we've seen sunshine, we've been a little bit warmer. How about 66 Prestonsburg, 67 in Wayne, and we're starting to see a little bit more sunshine out in the western parts of the Cumberland Valley, 66 in Somerset and 67 in Monticello. We're in the low to mid-60s out here across southeast Kentucky. We're continuing to watch those showers work on through the region. How about downtown Pikeville? See some showers at this moment, and we have another wave beginning to move through portions of the region as well. So we've got a little bit to go before we completely dry out running through the rest of the night. Mid-50s out there, mostly cloudy for most with a spotty shower as those west-northwest winds bring in much cooler and much less humid air as we head into the day tomorrow. I'll have the latest on that Memorial Day forecast and when the sunshine returns coming up in just a few minutes. Steve?
All right, Evan, thank you. Well, folks from all over are gathering in Pineville for the 91st Kentucky Mountain Laurel Festival. It's one of the oldest festivals in the state. The Princess Coronation is later tonight. The Queen Coronation with Governor Beshear takes place tomorrow, along with the parade. WYMT's Alyssa Williams spoke to festival organizers and even Mountain Laurel royalty to learn more about this long-standing tradition, and she joins us live. Alyssa?
Yes, Steve, regardless of the weather, crowds are still turning out for this year's festival, with attendees and organizers excited to regain some normalcy. This year's Kentucky Mountain Laurel Festival is the first since COVID restrictions were completely lifted.
You don't see the face masks. You have more interaction, a lot more hugs, a lot more handshakes, but still everybody, everything is just, it's getting back to good old hometown Mountain Laurel Festival.
Vendors from all over have come to take part, including Stephanie Hassard from Lexington.
We go to lots of festivals throughout the year, but this is my absolute favorite festival we come to. 4 years, but 5 years running, we had to miss 2020 due to COVID, so we're glad to be back.
Friday's festivities include various crafts, the Queen's reception, a carnival, and the coronation of the Kentucky Mountain Laurel Festival Princess.
It's been really fun, actually. You get to meet a whole lot of new people, and they're more family than friends.
The reigning princess, Emily Bargo, has a piece of advice for each of the girls vying for her crown tonight.
Just be yourself and just take it one step at a time and you'll do great.
More than 30 girls are here in Pineville representing their respective high school or college, but only 2 will get the opportunity to earn the title of Kentucky Mountain Laurel Festival Princess and Queen. In Pineville, Alyssa Williams, WYMT Mountain News. Steve.
All right, Alyssa, thank you very much. Former University of Kentucky football coach Hal Mummey pleaded guilty in court today, hours after he was arrested early this morning. According to his arrest citation, Mummey was arrested shortly after midnight at the Hyatt in downtown Lexington. Police say officers responded to the hotel for a report of a disorderly female refusing to pay a bar bill. The arrest citation says Mummey was asked to leave and refused. They also say he got physical during an arrest attempt. Mummey appeared in court Friday afternoon from jail via video for his arraignment, where he pleaded guilty to the 2 misdemeanor charges. He was credited with time served, and the judge waived Mummey's court costs. In Martin County, 3 prison workers are facing a number of charges for assaulting inmates and allegedly trying to cover it up. A federal grand jury indicted Samuel Patrick, Clinton Pauley, and Kevin Pierce Jr. The 3 are officers at the Big Sandy prison. Patrick and Pauley are accused of assaulting and injuring an inmate in an office without security cameras. Leaders say Pierce then told a lower-ranking worker to write a false report about it. They are also accused of doing something similar to another inmate. The 3 men are still employed at the prison. A Bureau of Prison spokesman says they do take misconduct allegations seriously. Southern Baptist leaders have released a sex abuser database they kept secret for years. It is more than 200 pages long. It details abuse accusations, lawsuits, and convictions connected to pastors, youth ministers, and other church affiliates. There are 17 people with ties to Kentucky on the list, and at least 2 of them have ties to our region. David Glenn Boyd, a former pastor at Wheelwright Baptist Church in Floyd County, who was sentenced to 120 months in prison by a federal judge after being convicted on 1 charge of distributing child pornography. And Richard Frank Shaw, a former youth minister at Chester Avenue Baptist Church in Middlesboro, who pleaded guilty to 3rd-degree unlawful transaction with a 17-year-old girl. SBC leaders say making the database public is just one step toward reform. Vigilante groups are trying to catch sexual predators in Kentucky. The groups try to trick suspects by posing as minors online and then turn them into police. Alex Rosen founded the group Predator Poachers. His work led to the arrest of a Pulaski County man accused of soliciting a minor for sex.
Like, I never expected to be a quote-unquote YouTuber. Never really expected this, but obviously, you know, now 3 years later, we're traveling the country and having arrests in 27 states, and this has obviously turned into a very big passion of mine.
Some detectives say they wish vigilante groups would leave catching predators to police. We'll have much more on this coming up tonight at 11. The Little Flower Clinic is offering appointments through its mobile unit. Anyone who cannot get to the clinic's permanent hazard location can make an appointment with the mobile unit. They also offer COVID vaccines, HIV screening, and more. Receptionist Caitlin Bush says the goal is to bring care to the people.
You know, we have these disabled people and people that can't get out of the house. So that is where our home visits come into play, because we get out to them in their homes and we can take care of them out there. And that's my main goal right now.
Anyone wishing to set up an appointment with the mobile clinic can call 606-487-9505. Governor Andy Beshear announced a number of funding grants in Rowan County today. The governor and senior advisor Rocky Atkins presented a $1 million community development block grant for the ambulance services and a $200,000 Land and Water Conservation Fund grant to improve multiple recreational areas along Cave Run Lake. The governor gave a ceremonial check for $1.5 million Appalachian Regional Commission Award to the Sandy Hook Water District. As we kick off Memorial Day weekend, folks will be hosting events to honor the memory of veterans who have died. But as WYMT's Buddy Forbes shows us, an event in Floyd County today focused on reminding those veterans who are still with us that they too are remembered.
A day for standing together.
We don't like to show our emotions, but you know, when stuff like this happens, it's hard not to.
Allowing those who stood for everything.
And it's about giving back because they've done so much for us.
To stand down.
It's to get the veterans back into the community and for them to receive the resources they need.
Mountain Comprehensive Care Center hosted its Veterans Stand Down event Friday, inviting those who served to be served. With food, music, and local resources to meet them where they are.
It's so important for us to get out and get to the veterans to make sure that they understand all the benefits that are there for them. And really, when you look around and just see the level of support that's in the community, that's really there for them. So it's a special day.
Touching on needs they feel are often overlooked, from homelessness to suicide prevention, and touching those who can often feel
kind of choked me up.
They are left behind.
I went to stand down 20 years ago, saved my life. I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for that stand down.
Providing a place to communicate, connect, and celebrate with veterans in need.
They deserve so much more than this.
To show them they are not forgotten.
You know, it's saved countless lives, mine being one of them. And I'm forever grateful for people like this and all those that help us.
And they are never alone. In Floyd County, Buddy Forbes, WYMT Mountain News.
Those involved say it is important to keep resources available to veterans, and meeting them where they are can provide the camaraderie needed to show them there are places to turn.
Well, in downtown Pineville right now, we are dry. However, that is not the case in other parts of the region. I'll have the latest on that and when the sunshine returns for our Memorial Day weekend. Coming up next.
And some of you might be planning to head out to the lake this weekend. Should be great weather for that. But with rising gas costs, some holiday budgets are being trimmed.
WYMT News app offers alerts on breaking stories as they happen, customized to the categories you choose. The WYMT